C1 Quadratics Example 37. We need to find the set of values of x for which 3 minus 5x minus 2x squared is greater than 0. So let's try and factorise that quadratic and find out the roots or where the graph crosses the x-axis. So it might make it easier if we move all of this onto the right-hand side. So 0 is greater than 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So that's one way of doing it. So we can move everything over to the right. Just makes it easier because we've got a positive quadratic to factorise, which a lot of people find easier than trying to factorise the negative. So factors of 3, 3 and 1. 3 times 2x is 6x. We need to minus the x. So our roots are at a half and minus 3. Now that was when we were looking at the positive parabola. So we've got roots at minus 3 and a half. Now we've got a positive parabola as we've brought everything over to the right, and we want where that graph is less than 0. So we need to shade below the x-axis. So what values of x do we have below the x-axis? Well, it's anything between minus 3 and a half. So all x values here where we've shaded will be between minus 3 and a half. You might choose to use the alternative method and just factorise it as it is. So let's look at that method. So let's try factorise the negative. So we need two numbers that multiply to give us 3. So we need 3 and 1. And we need to multiply to get 2x squared. So we're going to need x and 2x. Now we need a negative, so we're going to have different signs. Let's just check positive and negative. Will that work? We've got 3 plus x minus 6x. X minus 6x will give us the minus 5x minus 2x squared, so that works. So our roots are at minus 3 and a half. If we sketch the graph this time, then we've got minus 3 and a half, but we're sketching the negative. So we didn't move everything over to the right, we just left it as it was and factorised the negative. So we've got a negative parabola, but this time we're shading where that parabola is greater than 0. So we need to shade this time because it's greater than, we shade above the x-axis. See that very well, it was minus 3. So it's this bit of the graph that we're interested in. So what x values can that bit of the graph take? Well, x values are anything between minus 3 and a half. So we would write that x can be greater than minus 3 and also less than a half. So whichever way you choose to do it, you will end up with the same answer.